It's here. So the preseason's done. We're ready for the regular season, and hey, it's waiver time. And at the start of this, I should mention Scotty Upshall, in the worst kept secret in the NHL, signed a 1-year contract with St. Louis. Upshall's decision to return to St. Louis came from the fact that St. Louis is dealing with a lot of injuries. Upshall played well for them last year. He was trying out for the Canucks, but admitted that part of the reason he accepted to try it with the Canucks was because they were going to China. He felt that would increase his public visibility and give him a better chance of getting a job somewhere, even if it wasn't Vancouver. So, who's on waivers? Mark Fane for Edmonton, he'll clear. Jason Magna for Vancouver, he'll clear. Michael Chaput from Vancouver, he'll clear. As a Canuck fan, very happy to see this. Chaput and Magna are good farmhand, occasional emergency call-up guys. They're not full-time NHLers. Kovacs for the Rangers, Warsawski for Colorado, McElrath for Detroit. Laredo's one that interests me from Detroit. Like the kid a lot. Kind of surprised he's on there, but not at the same time. Brian Lashoff and Jared Coreau. Detroit has some concern that Coreau won't clear. That was said last night, but I can't see who would grab him. I really don't. Ben Street, LA's wave Jack Campbell, he'll clear. Justin Auger, Vancouver's wave Richard Bachman, he'll clear. And Max McCormick for Ottawa. In another kind of interesting move, Chabot's been sent down by Ottawa. So Chabot's going to start the year in the American Hockey League, which is, I think, where he belongs at this point. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, because with Carlson out, Carlson's trying to come back, but I think there should be some concern that Carlson's trying to come back too soon. And then there was some other interesting stuff too. P.A. Parento was released. I thought he played well last night for Detroit. I don't know. He's still got a nose for the net. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe it's just a speed thing, but him getting released is a common thing. Rasmussen sent back to his junior team by Detroit. Jimmy Hayes signs a contract with New Jersey. So there you go. Jimmy Hayes has a job in the NHL and P.A. Parento doesn't. Peter Holland clears waivers to go to the minors. So does Daniel Carr. Jay McClement is released by Pittsburgh. So apparently Pittsburgh feels that they're okay at center with Greg McKegg. Bruins have invited Chris Breen to training camp, who I thought they just released. Anton Rodin waived by Vancouver. I know Canucks fans were upset about that, but really, Rodin doesn't fit, and I don't think any team will pick him up either. Chris Lee was released by the Kings. A little bit of a surprise there in that he put up a lot of points overseas and looked like he was going to stick around, and he didn't. Cody Golubeff is released by Buffalo, and we'll see what happens there. And we've still got other moves to deal with. Of course, Ville Polka clearing waivers surprised me personally. I don't think it surprised a lot of Chicago fans. I figured he had some value to somebody, but he doesn't. So we can totally abandon the idea that Polka has any value to anybody. Also, I'm going to use this video to discuss the fact that the Dallas Stars announcer, I believe it's Dave Strader. I'm just going to look. I'm pretty sure. I know it's Strader. Yeah, Dave Strader. He'd been battling a form of cancer for the last couple of years. Came back towards the end of the season last year for a game to announce. Very good announcer. It's a shame. 62 years of age. So now Dallas, whoever replaces him, has the unenviable task of trying to step into his shoes. And of course, the key with that is to not try to replace him as much as just carve out your own niche. I know when Jim Robson was gone from Vancouver that nobody's ever really truly replaced him. Houston was damn good. I mean, Jim Houston was damn good and did everything on that he could. And Shorthouse is good, but man, Robson just had this thing, and Strader will be that for Dallas fans too. So it's too bad. And now we get into the whole season previews thing. And other news, which is Josh Anderson out of Columbus. I don't understand why he's not signed. He had a decent season last year, but it's not like he's a huge star forward that Columbus will fall apart without. He's not. So I really don't understand what the holdout's for. And Athanasiou, I haven't heard anything new about it. I mean, the good news is we haven't heard anything more about him signing in the Continental Hockey League. So unless we hear while he's going to wherever in the KHL, there's still hope that he's going to sign with Detroit. Detroit needs him. But they parted with Rasmussen, they parted with Laredo, so they parted with guys who can skate and can go to the net. So maybe they think that Athanasiou will be signed. I have a feeling they may have a contract worked out with him, but because of the cap situation they're in, they're not going to say anything about it until they've dealt with it. So I don't know who they get rid of. I understand that once Franzen goes on LTIR, that'll help, but I don't know if that's what they're waiting for or not. You guys can let me know what you think. If you're a Detroit fan, good day today, bad day. Is it a reminder that there could be a long season ahead when you see a guy like Rasmussen, who played really well during the preseason, getting sent back to juniors? Laredo played well last night, getting sent to the minors, and Jared Careau potentially gets picked up on the waiver wire. But again, I don't see who would pick him up. I really don't. I think certain teams overvalue their goaltenders, and I think that's what's going on here. If Detroit's really worried Careau's going to get picked up. He didn't have great numbers last year. He didn't look great last night against Toronto either. I don't think there's a great danger that he's going to get picked up by somebody else. Again, you guys can let me know what you think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, and thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.